If you're looking for discounts, festive discounts are on. Please book your reading for the November and December month, and also for the month of January 2024. And the readings are on 30% discount. You can drop an email at vlastrology24@gmail.com to know more. Thank you so much. Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic Astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 35 of the year 2023. Yes, we do have many things happening this week, as you can see the title, as well as the initial part where I have put up what exactly are the changes that we are heading to. We do have Purnima, we do have Onam, we do have Rakshabandhan, and as you know, Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde and Venus is going to be turning direct. So there is a lot of stationary, experiences also. Stationary when planets go. Definitely, there are certain stagnancies, certain halt that you feel, and limbo kind of a situation that you go through. And especially the benefic planets are stationary, so they are going to be giving you some major changes this week. And we do have in Shatabisha Nakshatra, we do have a new moon, full moon also. That is, moon is conjunct Saturn, and Saturn is also in, as you know, the nakshatra of Shatabisha. And we do have even moon going to be in the Shatabisha Nakshatra. And that's happening on the 30th of August, 10:58 a.m. It starts till the 7:05 31st August AM. So this is what is happening this week. And the Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga, as you know, I have given you the dates earlier video also. Whenever you want to do something important and auspicious, you can do that as well. And the Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga is going to be on the 29th for a few hours in the morning. And we do have it on the 3rd of September, the whole day long. So Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga is something which is very auspicious. You can do any kind of auspicious tasks if you want to. So you can maybe, start educations, travel, or if you want to plan your, housewarming party, etc., or you want to shift out from a place, you want to move. So you can do all of that as well on the Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga days. Now, as you know that these are the readings based on moon's ingress and interaction with all the other planets, and moon is going to be interacting with the planets passing through 3 zodiac signs of Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and lastly in Aries also. Capricorn 28, 29th, right, opposite Venus, which is a retrograde Venus, as you all know, in Cancer sign. And 30th, 31st, it's going to be Aquarius transit, and it's going to be right at the same degrees also with Saturn and opposite Sun and Mercury as well. And we have a full moon also during that time. It's going to be transiting through Pisces on the 1st and the 2nd opposite Mars, and it's going to be in trine to Venus. I'll be showing you the horoscope as well. And we do have Aries transit on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, first half, wherein, as you all know, Rahu, Jupiter are already there, and Mars is going to be aspecting Aries sign there and moon. And we do have Mercury and Sun also in trine. So these are the transit positions this week of moon, because moon's transit is very essential if you want to understand what exactly we are going to be experiencing this week and how our week is going to be, how we can plan ourselves. What is it in store for all of us? So all of that we see from this kind of moon's transit. Because major transits, of course, are very essential to check when we talk about the job change, marriage, all the triggering facts. But when moon is there, so day-to-day life we just experience. So if at all you're feeling that the readings are not matching, they are day late or day earlier, so just change the time as per your zone. So if you are in the west from India, so just move backwards in time. And if you are ahead, so you can just move ahead in time if you are towards the east zone. So that's what. We do have Onam, and as you know, Onam is a festival where it's a harvest festival, and the Vamana Avatara, that is of Lord Vishnu, he had punished, or we can say just, the sacrifice of Mahabali. And he requested that I want to be there, for this festival, and I want to visit my people. So that's the reason it commemorates the appearance of Vamana avatar of Vishnu and subsequent homecoming of legendary emperor Mahabali. Onam celebrates the Asura king Mahabali's annual visit from the Patala, the underworld, as he was granted that boon by Lord Vishnu himself, that, you have sacrificed so much. You gave me your empire, you gave me the whole world. So, and your head also. So you are actually, he signifies the kind of sacrifice one can make. So that's something, we must learn from how sacrificing he was. And this is actually for 10 days this festival lasts. So this is something which is very beautiful time, harvest festival, and people just enjoy in all spheres there. So that is going to be happening on the 29th, and 30th we have Rakshabandhan. As I have mentioned, Rakshabandhan is a festival of between brother and sister, the bond and the siblings, how they tie the band, it's just like friendship band. We have a Rakshabandhan, the Rakhi, or we can say the tying of the thread around the wrist, so that you are going to be taking care of each other. It's not just from one side, though it is said that, it is like this, that the brother is being tied by the thread by the sister. So, and we have to give, we get something, in return. So some gifts, all of that, celebration time. So that is why the festive discounts also. So if you want to avail the festive discounts, please do book a slot for yourself before all the slots are taken. And as you know, every year I launch these discounts, 30% discounts, so that everybody can avail my readings and book a slot for yourself immediately. Okay, so you can drop an email mentioning 30% discount on top of the heading on the by sending the email. Okay, and my team will be able to connect with you. So let me share the screen and show you what exactly is happening this week, first of all, and then I will move on to the predictive as to what exactly is in store for all the 12 signs. So as you all know, Moon is going to be transiting through the 3 zodiac signs, first of all in Capricorn, then moves into the sign of Aquarius and is conjunct Saturn, and is going to be right opposite the sun. And that is the reason when Moon is right opposite sun, we have Purnima, and that's going to be happening by the end of, I think, when it is moving into the Shatabisha Nakshatra. So we have the somewhere around 11 degrees it's going to be. And Venus is going to be stationary, and Venus is going to be turning backwards now, forward, I mean, and it is going to be stationary for a while, and then it turns direct. And next week, I'll be making the video on the weeklies where Venus and Jupiter will be also, changing their positions in a way, because Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde and Venus is going to be turning direct. Very important one. Why? Because Jupiter is moving backwards to its own zone. So it's gaining strength. So any stuck up energy, if you're feeling, Jupiter's transit is going to be helpful. And Saturn's, as it is moving backwards in the sign of towards the sign of Capricorn, it's not demoted, it's not going back literally, but it is considered to be moving backwards. Moon is going to be lastly in the sign of Pisces. Though I've considered covered Aries, I'm going to be covering a little bit of Aries also, because it's going to be there on the 3rd. So let's see if I can cover the reading this week, or I'll be taking up next week. So when, all of these retrogrades are happening, this is a time when you can actually, think of doing things, revisiting the past and completing your tasks also. We should not just consider retrogrades as negative, all the time, because, retrogrades are just reminder calls. So if you have anything lying pending, so you can complete, right? Related to the planet, Saturn is what? Karmakara. Jupiter is our wisdom, happiness also. So maybe learning, some teachings are imparted, or maybe you have not learned your lessons. So you have to learn your lesson from the past, whatever has happened in the past. So the all the more better, when you learn your lessons, the faster you learn, the better you get. Venus is our finances. Review your finances, your relationships. You have to work on that. You are having chemistry and bonding relationship. You're not having that kind of, maybe you're having that stuck up energy, and you're confused as to how you can just, do the things your way. So maybe you will get that clarity also. Okay. So you must see the condition. And Mercury is our intellect, basically, and logic, reasoning, and our business, trade, communication. You must take a pause before speaking anything, before conveying anything, advising anybody. So you should take a pause and then see what is the impact going to be, and then say and do. Investments, you have to review, recheck. Okay, so these are all very important retrogrades, because Rahu and Ketu are ever retrograde. They are retrograde because that's their normal way of movement, right? So that's the reason they are not erratic. They are not doing anything different. They are like that only. Inherent qualities are retrogression. So we not take them into account, because if they go direct, as I say that, true notes, when I take true notes, they do get direct also. So that's very important that you take the true notes and not not essentially the mean notes. So anyways, it's up to you, of course. So here, what we are going to be experiencing this week is a lot of energy in the Leo sign and Sagittarius sign also, because, Rahu and Jupiter are looking at the Sagittarius sign, Sun and Mercury are in trine, and Mars is also looking at the Sagittarius and the Aries sign. So a lot of focus is required whenever you're doing things, because when so many planets are looking at a particular zone, that means there is a tug of war going on. Whether you want to do things, maybe one planet says do this, the other planet says don't do that, So there can be some energy where you will feel that, you're not able to make right kind of decisions also. So you have to be cautious, and your impulse should not be taking over. That's what I can convey, and I can guide you through. Okay, so this is going to be, the reading is going to be as per ascendant, moon, and your dasha. Okay, so see your dasha, antardasha, antardasha, and make that your first house, and see where your planets rulership is. Suppose you are in the dasha of Mercury. Mercury in your natal chart is in Cancer. So make Cancer your first house, but it's a long dasha. So see the antardasha, go to the antardasha. Suppose it's Mercury, Venus, antardasha. So make Venus sign. Suppose Venus is in Aries in your natal chart. So it has to be in Gemini, because Mercury and Venus are not too far. So when it is somewhere in Gemini, so make Gemini your first house and see how it is going to be, impacting you. Okay, so that is why I always use none of the astrologers uses this. Only I say, because everybody is using, but they are not sharing. So I don't have to keep anything with me. So that's why I share how I do the readings. Also, we must actually combine all the things. Nothing is complete. No system is complete. Gemini astrology, Parashari astrology, Bhrigu Nandinadi astrology. We cannot do it independently. We have to club them all and bring the readings. That's why when I'm doing a reading, when I'm doing a consultation, I use all the techniques. I use Sudarshan Chakra Dasha also. And I don't have to hide anything when I'm doing a reading. I have to tell you that I'm doing it this way. Okay. So let's start with Aries predictions first. So for Aries, moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, and 12th houses this week, and it is going to be giving you some kind of elevation, some kind of change also this week, because moon is going to be making you too much involved in the job. You are going to be having a lot of workload also this week. There can be that you are having some female counterparts supportive of you. You're going to be making some decisions related to your job profile change also. Maybe, you're going to be having some presentation and you're going to be working on that. Some classes you're going to be conducting, or you're going to be preaching others also. So that all that is quite possible, when moon is in your 10th house. Also, it's said that, 10th house transit of moon is considered to be good. Though it is losing its Digbala, but it is a very positive vibe, because it is the place where Sun gets Digbala and Mars also gets Digbala. So that is, Digbala means directional strength. Okay. So How do you feel when you are in your own zone? You feel comfortable, you feel stronger. So the similar way, moon feels very comfortable here. So any kind of religious places, if you want to visit, or you want to do anything to do with completion of some tasks that you have been assigned, you can be very emotional though with your work, or the colleagues this week. So you have to be very cautious about your mental setup, because Venus is at the stationary position. So Venus being the lord of the second and the seventh is going to be stationary in moon sign. Moon is aspecting the zone. So you are going to be very, very emotional. It's like flux of energy, which is like too much of energy. Emotional bonding, with your own people is also quite possible, with your family, with your partner. So, and with your colleagues also. So all of that is going to be triggering this week to start with. Then moon will be transiting through your 11th house, and we do have a full moon also. 30th, 31st moon is going to be in Aquarius sign and is going to be conjunct Saturn, and is going to be aspected by Sun and Mercury as well. So they are in mutual aspect now. So this is a very beautiful time to analyze your relationships, your creative abilities, how you can expand your horizons, how you can improvise on your mental thought process, and how you can get connected with the people who actually uplift you. There are people who are not gelling well these days. You're feeling the energies are pretty much blocked. People are just taking advantage out of you. Maybe some wrong advice they are giving you, and you're feeling quite uneasy also because of that. But at the same time, this is a very beautiful time to review all of the relationships with your friends, the community you move around with. Also, just reviewing your own finances also is quite possible. So make sure that you do not make any decisions in haste. It might just backfire. And Saturn really wants you to review everything very carefully, cautiously. Okay. And if at all you can't hear me, do let me know. These are all live sessions, so do let me know. And this might bring about some seriousness in your relationship also. The question to the chemistry and the bonding is going to be changing as well. But surely this is a very beautiful time for understanding your own people around you. Okay. And very good time for starting education, new job, new place that you want to move to. So this is like a new energy around you. Jupiter is going to be stationary. Venus is also going to be stationary this week. So you have to be very cautiously making decisions related to your learning, your subjects, you want to pick and choose, and your travel plans also you have to be very carefully making. But overall, this will bring about your your upliftment also at the same time, because you're reviewing everything very well. Because if you are going to be making decisions in haste, then this is going to be some kind of blocked energy again that you'll be experiencing later with Jupiter retrogression also. Any kind of isolation, taking a decision hastily, and it might just bring about a lot of guilt. So you have to be careful about that also. Don't get involved in any litigation. It might just trigger that the negative impact on your health. So you have to be, because it will lead to stress. So litigation is equals to straight away proportional to your health. So take care of your health also during this time. Also, there is a possibility of any kind of appearance change, look change. If you are thinking of going for a haircut or a hairdo, you can do that once Venus gets direct. It's better that you wait for that long. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this moon actually exalts here, in your Lagna. So moon's transit is very essential when it is in the trine, especially in the 9th house to start with. So this is going to be giving you some newness in your perspective. Now you're going to be meeting certain people who are going to be uplifting you. You're going to be deciding about what is your plan of action going to be. And you're going to be getting a lot of clarity also this week about your travels, about your education, any kind of loans, litigation you're involved in. You will get that clarity as well this week. Also, there is a possibility of starting a new venture. There is some somebody from your friend circle, or from maybe your partner also, your own life partner, might be coming to your rescue, maybe, will be helping you with the finances, or maybe will be pumping in some money, investing something. So this is going to be giving you some help and extending some kind of knowledge also. Your partner will be a great help to you if at all you're thinking of already expansion. So this is the time to lay the foundations. Don't go in haste and make decisions wherein you will regret later. So that is something that you have to be cautious about during this week. Don't get carried away. Okay, sometimes what happens, we just get carried away with whatever the situation is. Okay, so don't get carried away and don't make decisions in impulse. There can be some health issues to your children. Take care of that. And if at all the children are moving away from you, so just take care of their surroundings where they are moving to. Okay, so that they are well protected, and they are taken care of also. So all of that you have to be a little extra careful about. Also, there is a possibility of your own changes, your own perspective change also. There is a possibility that you will come across people this week who are going to be guiding you through. Okay, and who are going to be giving you some kind of advice also. Don't fall prey to the wrong advice, though you yourself are well equipped. So don't get carried away. Okay, don't get carried away and make decisions in impulse. That's what I wanted to say in the beginning part also, where moon is. So throughout, impulsive decision making is quite possible. Expenditures might increase. You might just spend on things which you really don't need, or it's just a flamboyancy, you just want to show off. So don't do that also. Venus is turning direct in your third house, moving towards your fourth. So this is going to be a very good time for planning travels, journeys, also investments. Lagnesh is after all turning direct, so this is going to be a very positive time. Jupiter, an Akara Graha, which is the 8th lord, is turning retrograde, stationary first and then retrograde. So that is also very positive for you. Whenever minus plus, I always say it is going to be positive for you. And as far as your health is concerned, you need to take good care of your health, your lower abdominal region, especially because Mars is looking at your 8th house. Okay, being the 12th lord. So take care. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. If I leave out on something which you really want me to talk about, so please mention in the comment section. And thanks for watching live, and the ones who will be watching me later, thank you so much. So for Gemini natives, this week, moon is going to be in your 8th house to start with, from the 28th till the 29th, and it is going to be opposite Venus, the 12th lord also. So expenditures are on rise, and you might be spending a lot on your it be that you are going to be making certain decisions. No problem. Okay. So there are certain decisions that you might be making during this week, and it might just bring about some changes also to you in related to your decision making regarding your. One second, let me just start this thing. One second. Something went wrong. Sorry about that. It's a live session, so something or the other keeps happening when I'm doing live, and I'm not at the place where I'm used to. So please pardon me. So let's start with Gemini again. So for Gemini natives, moon is going to be in your 8th house, 9th house, and 10th house this week, and it's going to be bringing about some changes related to your finances, some expenditures. So be careful about the expenditure part, because you're going to be actually making some major expenses related to your profession, your career, travels, and connection with the overseas people also. So maybe, you're treating somebody who's come from outside, and, like you're going to be making some, dinner plans, etc. And you're going to be actually spending on the delegates overseas. So this is going to be a very positive time for related to your business and work also. Professionally, you're going to be doing well. this week, but at the same time, you have to take care of your health and don't spend on things that you really don't need. Don't accumulate, don't hoard too many things, because, generally I've seen Geminis get overboard in this expenditure part, and then, they regret later why I bought this and all. And they become hoarders also, because they have a Taurus sign in the 12th house. And Venus is in the second house in stationary movement. So you have to be, it's stationary. So Jupiter is stationary. So you have to be, as it is, taking care of your relationship with your partner. But it's a good time for, as I said, professional career growth. And in case you are planning any kind of journeys, etc., so you can be doing that as well during this time. Also, there is a possibility of your children moving away from you for higher studies, and any kind of bold decisions that you have to make, or courageously, you have to speak with somebody, openly, bluntly. So this will bring about all of those energies as well. The sun is right there in the third house in its own zone. So that brings about a lot of courage to you. Mercury is also seated there. So this is going to be giving you that opportunity also. Short journeys on cards as well. And any kind of investments if you're planning already. So please wait till Mercury turns direct. 29th of September, I said, when the retrograde period gets over, it's very positive for you to make decisions related to your property, related to your documentation, PR, visa, etc. Any kind of connection, lack of connection, you might feel with your friends, disconnect with your friends. You might feel that, no, I don't want to be in this relationship. Or some ex might also come back this week. So be prepared. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this week Moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses, and lastly the 10th house as well, which I'll be covering a bit, and then I'll be covering in the next week. So this week, we have Venus in the Lagna, which is stationary, and we do have Jupiter in the 10th house getting stationary, and we have a full moon also in your 8th house. So you have to first of all be prepared that there is some change coming in. Health issues might just crop up this week, and your relationship with your partner is also, the bonding, the chemistry is going to take another leap, or you're going to be changing some something in the relationship. You're going to be thinking about making some major decisions also. You will be taking some decisions related to your relationship. It's very, very important for you. And maybe, your partner is going to be very emotional, and you're going to be getting connected with your partner and opening your heart and, just sharing everything openly, that hearty conversation, and it might just turn into a heated argument also later. But overall, it is a good transit for you to start with. But then gradually, with the Purnima also coming in, that is the full moon, and then, your Saturn and moon in Shatabisha Nakshatra. So this might bring about some changes in your mental setup. You might be irritable. You might feel that, you want to, you ate outside food and you're having some digestive issues also. But the best thing would be that do not get carried away and make hasty decisions related to your finances, insurance, tax, all that you have to be really, working properly on at. Also, moon will be in your 9th house. So this is a good time for travels, planning journeys. Also, this can bring about some higher learning. You might just learn something, reading some books, etc. Writing, publishing, all that is also on your mind. So wait, Jupiter is turning retrograde. It will trigger for sure. So it is going to be stationary to start with at 18 degrees. I think somewhere around 18 degrees is going to be stationary. So 21 degrees, sorry. And 18 degrees, Venus is going to be stationary. So you are getting that chance to that wish fulfillment, in fact, whatever you're desiring. But there will be some major decisions related to your work, your job, which are going to actually come through. So be receptive and be prepared. There will be some decisions coming your way this week. Change of place is not advisable. Relax. Things will actually automatically fall in place. So you have to be really waiting for, the right time. You should always wait for the right time, because there are always good, bad times, and we should wait for the right times to make decisions. Don't be impulsive, and don't pick up on your neighbors. They can be very nasty also. So take care. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. Leo natives are suffering, I think. Why? Because they are going through a lot of energy, with Sun, Mercury in the first house, then, uh, Jupiter and Rahu are looking, Saturn is looking. So there is a lot of energy for Leo people, So it's up to you whether you take it negatively or positively, because the wheel of time, I always say, will go up also and will come down also. So you should be receptive to whatever is happening in your life, good, bad, ugly. So this is a time when, the sun is obviously sort of exalted also in the first house. When sun is, it's exalted. Why? Because first sign, it gets exalted, first house, and then in the natural zodiac, and it's in the Leo sign. So this part of the year is your time. But you must understand that there is a Rahu energy also eclipsing the sun, because Rahu is looking at, as you can see, Rahu is looking at the sun here. And this brings about some kind of blockage. And children, babies who are going to be born during this time, are actually having this Pitru dosha also, because Rahu, whenever afflicts sun, or Ketu afflicts sun, so this brings about Pitru dosha also. So they must perform the rituals also when they are born. So what I mean to say is that for you people, this is actually the month when you should actually be making the right kind of choices and decisions. You're going to be opting for major decisions, and you're going to be making decisions also. Mercury is retrograde in your first house, so you might just make wrong choices and decisions related to your finances. Financial outflow is going to increase also, because Mercury is your second and 11th lord, and it's retrograde and it's moving backwards. So it is like expenditure part is increasing. Once Mercury turns direct, they will subside, things will fall in place. So don't worry. So whenever you have a lean phase in life, you should lie low. Don't get carried away and make wrong decisions. What happens, when we are making wrong choices, wrong time, wrong choices, so back to back, we make wrong choices. It's just that we lose our mind, we lose our patience, we lose our reasoning, and we make wrong choices and decisions back to back. I have seen Leos, they are making wrong decisions again and again and again and again, since Rahu is looking at their first house. So when sun is there, so that means your complications might increase with your bosses, with your seniors, with the political people or the government authorities, paperwork. All these might just bring about some issues. So you have to be very cautious when you're making these kind of decisions. Also, you do have moon in your 6th house, 7th house, 8th house also this week. So this is also considered to be a phase where you should lie low, related to your finances, related to your litigation, take care of your health. Travel plans might be back and forth. Tax, you should pay your tax on time. Any kind of insurance you want to buy, you should think about it. All of these are going to be triggering factors. With your partner also, you might be feeling a little disconnected, because your Saturn is in the 7th house and it's retrograde also. So the partner might be becoming very indecisive. There is something to do with the indifference between the two of you. There's silence more. There is no connection. Venus is also retrograde. So once Venus turns direct and moves into your first house, things will start getting a little better. But you have to be patient, patient enough, and you have to learn your lessons. Jupiter is also turning retrograde. It's moving backwards, though it's its own zone, but surely it will give you some health issues. So take care of all of that, and don't make any wrong decisions related to your logic reasoning, your in impulse. So if you will make decisions in impulse, it will backfire. Take care of your health, as I said, because Mars is looking at your 8th house, and Jupiter is also stationary, turning retrograde, and being the ruler of the 9th house, Mars is looking there. So there are certain decisions that you have to make very logically and very carefully. Okay. So there can be some back and forth which can happen. So make sure that you're making right kind of choices. Okay. Otherwise, you will regret later, if you make choices in impulse. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, moon is going to be transiting your 5th, 6th, and 7th houses, and lastly the 8th house this week. And we do have Jupiter and Venus stationary, Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde. So all of these are going to give you some kind of major changes related to your relationships, related to your finances also, and your health. You have to go for review checkups, maybe, Virgo sign is actually having a lot of energy right now as well. Why? Because Mercury is retrograde, being the ruler of Virgo sign in the 12 places away from itself. That is in the 12th house with Sun. Also, Mars is there. Okay. Mars is there. And if you will see, it is partially hemmed between malefics also, if you can see this way. See, I see the transit in a very different way. Rahu is looking at the 12th house, and we do have a Ketu here. So it's like a, the first house is hemmed between Ketu and Rahu's aspect here. So this brings about, and Rahu is looking at Sun also, Mercury also. So this brings about some kind of blocked energy, making wrong decisions and getting irritable also. You're getting very, very restless these days, and very confused about your life also, which path to take, where to go. All of these questions are just all the time running into your head, and you're not able to make right kind of decisions. So the best is that wait for Venus to turn direct, because Venus is your second lord. Venus is also your ninth lord, your luck lord. So when Venus was retrograde till now, so this was not giving you any kind of relief in your financials, relationships, also in your health. You were quite disturbed. Mars is also looking at your 8th house, can you see? And Rahu and Jupiter are already there. And Jupiter is stationary and moving backwards. So this is the time when you will be thinking too much about money, too much about other people's money. You might be handling everything very in a very organized manner, how you can do it. But there will always be some influence from the external influences which will pull you down, which will pull you back. Okay. And especially when Moon is transiting your 5th house. So Moon transiting 5th house gives you too much of mental turmoil, illogical reasoning, you will make wrong decisions. So that is happening on the 28, 29. So be careful about 28, 29. Don't make hasty decisions. Also, there is a Purnima, that is the full moon in your 6th house. Okay. So 6th house related matters, you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of your litigation. You have to take care of your finances also. How you can work through the other people, and too much of workload is in there, and you are feeling quite restless. So that can happen on the 30th, 31st, but surely there are certain new things, new projects coming your way. You will be starting something new. X might just come back to you. Some competition you're going to be taking up, and you will get the result maybe after a couple of days. So that will be positive again, but you have to be taking care, because the new moon, the full moon is taking place in your 6th house. So 6th house means you have to follow a strict regime, diet, workout, organize yourself, declutter the environment. So that will be the key to success in the future. All right. Any kind of dinner that you're planning with your partner is a good idea. Connect with your partner. Just take her or him out, or ask for ask her a date out, if at all it's a she. So you can just plan all of that during this week. Expenditure, of course, is on rise, and savings are getting depleted. So that is also bothering you a lot. But anyhow, this is going to be giving you some relief once Venus turns direct. Okay. And 4th of September, Venus is turning direct. It will be a little bit stationary, but it is going to be moving forward. So that will give you some relief also. Don't waste your money, I would suggest. Okay. Don't waste your money, and don't have oily, heaty products in your meals. Take care of your teeth and eyesight also. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. For Libra natives, Ketu is in your 1st house, and the lord of your Lagna is retrograde and is losing Digbala also. Moon is going to be gaining Digbala, that is directional strength. When Moon is in the 4th house, that is the night planet. No, Moon is the night planet, and in the 4th house, even Venus gets Digbala. So Moon and Venus are happy in the 4th house, and Mars and Sun are happy in the daytime, that is the 10th house. So now what is happening here? Moon is going to be in to start with the 4th house. So you will be very emotional about your family. You'll be thinking about past, how you have planned everything, didn't work out, or maybe, you have just come back from a road trip or a short travel, and now you want to relax at home. Maybe you have to do the place, you're just renovating, or you're just moving. All of that is also bringing about a lot of, issues. Maybe you're not feeling too comfortable, especially on the 28th, 29th, you're in that limbo kind of a situation. You're very emotional. If you're away from your family, you're very, very emotional on the 28th and 29th. Also, there is a Purnima, that is a full moon happening in your 5th house. So this is the time when you should start something, some new subjects, start a new relationship. You should think about all of that, but you will feel a little heavy on the 30th and 31st also mentally. You will be in a fix. So make right kind of decisions, and you will be feeling quite isolated also. You will feel that people are not understanding you. One second. You will feel that people are not understanding you. Your creative self is not giving you that kind of clarity. You're very creative, but you're not able to do your thing in a very creative manner. Whatever, maybe you're painting, but you're not getting that picture proper, or you're writing, you're not getting that it's not falling in place. So you feel a little uneasy, when moon transits the 5th house. So it's like, the house of intellect, reasoning. So logic, reasoning. So you make wrong decisions, about your relationship also. You feel isolated in your relationship also. You don't want anybody's crap, you just want to do your thing. But I think if you're thinking of parting ways, give it a break. Take some time and then decide. Okay, because you will make wrong decisions when moon is in your 5th house. Then we do have retrograde stationary. Venus is stationary in your 10th house. So related to your job, maybe you have you've applied elsewhere, so maybe you will start getting the interview calls also. So be prepared for that. Jupiter, being the ruler of your 3rd and the 6th house, is turning retrograde. It's going to be stationary this week. So this is the time when you will feel little, you're lacking on making right kind of choices and decisions about your travels, journeys, litigation, loans. So you are under that illogical, mindset. So you have to, maybe you're overwhelmed. That's the right word to say, not the illogical, but overwhelmed. Too many things happening at a time, because in the Kendra, can you see there is so much energy. So you're feeling that Mars is also looking at the 6th house, 7th house. So you're feeling the energy is too much of energies, and Mars is looking at both the signs or ruled by Jupiter, remember. So Jupiter is not a warrior, okay, and Mars is. So there is a tug of war going on, basically. Mars is looking at your 3rd house. You have that courage and zeal, but at the same time, you have that fear factor also, because Rahu is with Jupiter. So what happens? You are actually, one point in time gaining that mental setup towards achieving something. The other time you lose that fear, that insecurity just takes you, absorbs you, sucks you in. So how you should deal with this is pay attention to your gut, what your gut says. Okay, so don't just go by anybody else's verdict. Listen to your inner you. What is it that it's taking you to? Also, there is a possibility that there is a friend who will guide you through. Take the advice, okay, or take the advice of the person you actually, depend on the most. So that if you are stuck, if you're not, then your gut will guide you through. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you sit and do Gajendra Stotram. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful Stotram. Gajendra Stotram, you should recite, or you should just read it, or you should just simply hear it. It's an 8 minutes stotram. You can just go on and on and on, so that, your 4th house, which is your Capricorn, Makara, so that will get better. The peace that you are missing out on, you will get that as well. Okay, so don't worry, things are going to fall in place once Venus gets direct. It will get better, and Venus will be moving towards Leo, then Virgo, and then finally it will move into Libra also. Okay, so don't worry, things are going to fall in place. Okay, so this is the week when you should be thinking about how you can plan everything well. Write down everything, note everything down well. And if you want to go in for some fitness regime, want to join a gym, want to join some place where, you can simply just, do things which can make you a healthy dietitian, or you want to seek a help from, you can do that. Children are going to be going away from you. That is also there. So all of that is giving you some mental turmoil. Okay, but it will be falling in place. Don't worry. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your third, fourth, fifth houses, and it is going to be giving you some clarity on your decision making. Okay, maybe you want to write a book, travel, you want to make some presentation, you want to go in for some major, um, overhauling on your, your vehicle, you want to take it to the garage, etc. So now all of that is going to trigger. You're going to be meeting right kind of people also who are going to be guiding you while traveling. Maybe you will come across somebody. Also take care of your health. All the time I keep saying so for Scorpio natives, because Rahu is in the 6th house. So you have to go for the checkups, maybe there is something that you're ignoring. You have to seek the right kind of doctor. The review, maybe, you have to take another advice from the other doctor. And expenditure is going to be on a rise. Jupiter is turning retrograde, so take care of your money, finances, and don't make unnecessary expenditures. You are just going to be wasting a lot of money this week. So take care of that. Maybe, you're going to be changing the setup, you're going to be shifting out. All of that is on cards. So make sure that you're going to be taking good care of your finances, and do not make decisions related to your investments very hastily, because Mercury is retrograde, being the ruler of your 11th house. Okay. And Mars in the 11th house will make you, it's a bit difficult situation for your married life, because it's in the trine to your 7th house also. So it might just trigger some kind of issues with your partner. So make sure that you're not making any wrong decisions or hasty decisions or impulsive decisions related to your relationships also. Venus is stationary also, must remember. Okay. And 2nd and the 5th lord, Jupiter, is going to turn retrograde. So it might just trigger progeny also on cards. Okay. So that way, moon is going to be giving you some clarity on your relationships now this week. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th houses, and lastly the 5th house. So 2nd house will make you feel very comfortable with your family, with your finances. You'll be thinking about food, going out and having food. Maybe you're traveling and you're eating out. Might just give you some digestive issues, eyesight issues, and also you might just get very emotional. Sometimes, what happens, there's a choked energy, and you just want to vent it out, and then you cry, sob, and then you come out of it also. So that kind of an energy you can feel as well. There is a lack of discipline. You're lacking discipline, you're very lazy also. You're getting lazy. So don't do that. Sagittarius sign, as I said, Aries, the fiery signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, these signs are very, very, I would say, volatile right now, because when there is a lot of fiery energy, there is a Rahu, Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, and we do have a Mars aspect also. So there is a lot of energy on focal point is the fiery signs right now on the Sagittarius side, especially. What happens, you tend to have a lot of confused state of mind right now. You are wanting to start something, a relationship, suppose, but then somebody comes and says something against that person, and then you start thinking, oh no, this is not going to work. Okay. You get influenced, and you get very agitated also. Unnecessary, in impulse, you make wrong decision, then you regret. So that kind of a situation you're going to be experiencing even more this week. Don't be lazy, work out so that you get clarity. See, it's all directly proportional. When I say any remedy, it is directly proportional to the planet's position. Suppose you are not working out, you're not sweating out, you're not going to get that kind of energy to think right, because there is a lot of choked energy, blocked energy. So when you vent it out through sweat, that's Saturn. So it will give you, it will help you make right decisions. In the Kendra, you don't have any other planet apart from Mars. Can you see? Only 9, 12, 3, 6 houses. These are the signs here. 1, 4, 7, 10 houses. Only Mars is there. Thankfully, Mars is the Bala here. So you're getting that courage at least, you're getting that power. You're empowered at the place of work. So that is a very positive thing that you're going to be experiencing even more this week. But at the same time, you are quite impulsive. So when you work out, you sweat it out, you get right kind of, the aura, you attract right kind of people in your life, you make right kind of choices, because the toxins which are accumulated and blocked energies come out, and the vent is there. Okay, so you must make this a habit, rather than being lazy. Okay, there is a lot of problem in your relationship, I can see, with Saturn and Ketu here. And also we have a Gemini sign ruler, Mercury retrograde. So you have to take control and take charge of your relationship. Venus is in the 8th house in retrogression, stationary though. So you have to take care of your relationship. If at all you're thinking of parting ways, I think you should take it easy. Don't make decisions right now, because 6th lord is retrograde. So once Venus, being a demoted planet, moves forward in the 9th house, things will start getting better, especially your finances as well as your relationship and your health also. Health issues will also improve. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this week moon is going to be over your head, that is on your first house. So to start with, and then second, third also. So when moon is in your first house, so this is the time when you will be getting a lot of options, and a lot of choices, whether you want to make decisions correctly or not. That is completely dependent on your personal chart. But this is the week when you will be asked to make certain decisions. Okay, you will get those kinds of choices where you will be on the crossroads. The best thing that you can do is take the help of a right kind of astrologer. I am not saying that astrologers, me also, we don't fail. It's definitely, the divine. If you have to connect with an astrologer and seek and get right kind of direction, you will meet that kind of an astrologer only. And if you are supposed to get wrong advice, a very good astrologer will also fail. Okay, so it's all divine. Though I'm not saying, I am not claiming that I give 100% accurate results in my readings. No, 70% I can claim. Even in my general readings, 50% I claim that the readings will go through. But for sure, your personal chart is a different role to play, and plays out really very important. So when there are retrogrades and there are stationary planets, you will be in a limbo related to your place change, job change, partnership, in your relationship, life partner also. You will be in a fix also during this time. This will bring about some litigations, loans, diseases you have to be taking care of. And there is a possibility that you're moving away from where you are, because Mars is afflicting your 4th house with Rahu energy also there, and Jupiter also stationary. So any kind of change that you're anticipating will definitely be there. If at all you're looking for a job, profile change, this will be the week when you will be making decisions related to that also. You are getting many offers, but you're not able to pick and choose wisely, and then make decisions. Saturn is retrograde and is actually delaying the process related to your finances. You're actually not able to get through the interviews you're maybe taking, and financials are depleting because of that. So all of that is when Saturn is retrograding in your 2nd house. So you have to take care of your financials. If at all you're having some problems in your financials, you must cut down on your expenses part. Okay, that's something that I don't need to tell you guys, you know it better. But yes, there is a difficult situation I can make out. So Saturn, 4th house is afflicted actually. 4th house is a house of peace. Saturn is looking, moon is also going to be transiting your 2nd house and 3rd house. So these are all, piling up energies. Mars is also looking at your 4th house. Rahu is already there. Jupiter is stationary. So this is a little problematic phase, but maybe Jupiter's retrogression will bring about some relief, because it's the 12th lord after all, turning retrograde, stationary retrograde. So this will bring about some, kickstart to whatever you are, that stuck up energy is. Venus, being the ruler of your 5th house, is turning stationary, and then will be moving, in the direct motion. So this will bring about some changes because it's a yoga karagraha after all. So this will bring about some changes between the bonding and the chemistry between your partner and you, and also some changes at the workplace also, with chemistry and bonding with the female counterparts is going to change. So it's going to be surely towards positive. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. Okay, so this week moon is going to be transiting your 12th, 1st, 2nd houses. Don't isolate yourself. You're feeling quite uneasy in the beginning of the week. You feel that, oh, what am I doing here? People are just taking me for a ride. Everybody's misusing me. They are just, trying to, misuse their rights, and they're just trying to take me on a emotional trip. So you just isolate yourself. That is what you're feeling this way, and this week. And also there is a possibility of some travels. Maybe you're traveling mentally or physically also. There is a likelihood. Also there is a possibility of your partner joining a new assignment, a new job. Okay, take care of your health. And then there is a full moon in your 1st house also. So initiation of new tasks, completing of the old, and starting some new ventures is on cards. I would request you not to go in for major investments because Mercury is retrograde and in trine to your 11th house also. Friends might just not be too supportive, and the advice that you will get will be wrong related to your investments. So take care. Any kind of renovation which you're going through is on hold will start moving now. Any kind of change of place, if at all you have been planning, will also start. Also, financials will be a very important aspect that you'll be considering this week. How you can grow money out of money, how you can make money but don't think at the same time, your communication should not be zigzag. I mean, don't beat around the bush, just be straightforward. Otherwise you will not get good results. The planets will not help you. Rather they will be less helpful in making decisions related to your finances. So if you are facing certain issues, you should be straightforward. You should say it out. You should speak. Okay, tell. And if at all you have, obviously Sun is also transiting your 7th house. So this might give authority to your partner also. Maybe your partner is going to be acquiring some, some new place or new job opportunity, that level is going to increase. But at the same time, you should take care of your health, you should take care of your finances. Don't speak anything which is, not right. Okay. And marriage, if at all you're thinking of getting married, so this might trigger marriage also. Meeting a potential partner is also quite likely. Okay. Yeah. Support from your siblings is also indicative. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. I just speak extempore, there's no script. So I just keep speaking. For some signs it goes, and then, for some it's just a very short reading. So please pardon me for that. Okay, so for the last sign, that is Pisces, this moon is going to be transiting your 11th house, 12th house, and the 1st houses. So this is going to be the time when you will be meeting people, you'll be partying around, you will be enjoying this week to start with that, especially on the 28th, 29th. If at all you have to plan anything like that, you can. Then you are tired and you're just in that isolation. You want to be with yourself, and you want to spend lone time on the 30th and the 31st, or maybe, you have a lot of workload to finish. Your 1st house is hem between two malefics, Rahu and Saturn. So this might bring about some issues related to your relationship also, and your finances also. So you are maybe, working on your finances, you're working on your relationship, you're thinking about all of that. And maybe, you're going to be traveling. So you're isolated, from your family. Also, Mercury is retrograde, which is your 4th and the 7th house ruler. So this might, just because moon is going to be in your 1st house, so this might bring about some issues related to your family, your relationship with your family and your partner, or if you are going solo. So it might bring about some issues at your workplace also. So make sure that you're taking right kind of decisions about the projects in hand. and be creative, be more creative. If at all you have to write anything, write a book, write an article, or make a presentation, work harder. Maybe you have to redo it. If at all you're planning to apply for visa, PR, etc., wait till the 29th of September. That will, if you can, if it is not an urgency matter, so just prolong it to the 29th of September. It will definitely be positive, and it will be favorable also after that. It's not right to do things, without Muhurta. I always say that Muhurta is very important, auspicious timing is very important for making decisions. If you're following astrology was made for auspicious timings only, actually, earlier. We made it predictive, but surely Muhurta is the main aspect. So pick and choose the Muhurta for getting married, for starting a new job, changing a new place, dwelling place, a vastu, all of that, you should actually seek the right kind of astrologer. Also, Venus being the ruler of your eighth house, it's turning stationary and then will be moving direct and to your sixth house. So this might just minimize the health issues that you have been going through in the sixth house. Venus debilitates though, but it is a Sanjeevani, so it will give you some relief in your health issues that you are facing. Also, Moon is going to be in your lastly, in your second house. So this might just, make you think too much about your finances. You're going to be actually thinking about or reviewing your family issues, or maybe discussing elaborately as to how you can make money out of money. Your budget planning is happening. All of that happens, when Moon is transiting your second house. But don't tell stories, don't utter anything which, maybe don't change the topic, I would say. You're saying something and then suddenly, you switch from that topic to another one. That is often happening, with Rahu in the second house. And you're thinking about, how you can make money. Don't follow the unethical means. I'm not saying that you're doing it. Please don't get offended, Pisces. But yes, you are thinking of shorter road. So don't do that. Jupiter is also turning retrograde, going to be moving towards Rahu. Okay. So the chances are that the Lagnesh is moving towards Rahu. Rahu is the mouth. So you have to take care of your ethics, because Rahu is not moving away from, Jupiter is not moving away from Rahu. So it might just give you those energies even more, to make wrong choices about your finances, making money out of money in a wrong way. Okay. So take care. This week is going to be quite a favorable week for you to make right kind of choices and decisions, and you're going to be ethical also in your mental health, because you're watching this video. So don't make wrong choices. Okay. So yeah, so this is it for all the 12 ascendants, moon signs, dasha sign wise predictions. If at all you have any queries related to your readings, please do write in the comment section. I will try to respond. If at all I don't, so please bear with me, because I'm traveling, as you all know. So the moment I get free, I will get connected with you all. Okay. So stay blessed, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Om Tat Sat.